So Bethany says in her book, says, surround yourself with people of integrity, good intentions, and excellent reputations, right? Surround yourself with people of integrity. You don't want to surround yourself with someone who is neither here nor there, right? Someone you can depend on, someone that is different in this place from that place, or someone that says something you can hold, you can take to the bank, right? Those should not fall within the kind of people you want to associate yourself with, unless you are dubious yourself, right? You know, you want to surround yourself with people that have good intentions. They bring positive energy to you, right? You don't want people with negative energy, right? You have a choice, right? So make that choice for yourself. If you want to have a great life, you want to be successful in life, then you need to keep people that do not have good intentions away, people with bad energy. Keep them away from yourself, right? You want people with excellent reputation, right? People that, have beliefs, have values that you admire, that you either have yourself or you are wanting to have, right? You want people who will inspire you, right? That I wrote 2 times, right? Want people who will inspire you, right? And reflect well on you, right? So when they say that this is your friend, you want people to be able to say, wow, you mean that is your friend? So you don't want people when they say that is your friend, so I need to stay away from him more. You want people with positive energy around you, right? Caroline Manzer is quoted here in Bethany's book, says, if you hang around with garbage, you start to stink, right? Which is true. If you hang around with people with negative energy, they're going to influence you, they're going to corrupt you, right? There's a choice you have to make, right? As to who you hang around. If you hang around people with positive energy, people with good integrity, with good intentions, it's going to affect you, right? It's going to affect you. Like I gotta give examples every time here, concerning my business, right? I'm getting favors here and there. I'm getting open doors here and there because of the kind of people I get to associate with, right? And that's helpful. That's helpful. You need to keep it real, right? You don't want to live a fake life, right? There will always be a limit to the relationships made in certain circumstances, right? There's a limit, right? I didn't know there was a limit. I thought it was that once you make a friend, it's a friend in all things. But I found out, well, possibly the hard way, that's not true, right? That's not true. I made I'm gonna move this just to make this bed bigger. I'm gonna cut this and see if I bring it here, just to make the view bigger. All right. I'm learning from experience, right? I would think that if I have friends from church, I'll be able to, they'll have to be friends for life, but I'm finding that's not true. Some people, friendship changes when either you or they leave that particular circumstance in which or environment with which you came together, almost like a cult. A cult are known by their distancing from their members that draw away, right? But you find that that's true in certain circumstances, whether it's a church, whether it's your office. People seem to degrade their relationship with you just because you have left that circle. That's a rude awakening for me. As I negotiate, and navigate life. I would have expected otherwise, but I'm learning I should be real. I should come down to reality of life. People are friends for a time, friends for a reason, friends for a season, and some are friends for life. Friends for life, obviously, are the ones in your inner circle, but a whole lot of people are friends with you just because of what they can get from you, for a season, for a reason, and it's just a reality of life. It's just how the cookie crumbles. There's no way you're going to change that. You just need to understand that and not have too much expectation of people more than they can give or live up to, so you don't have a rude awakening or shock like I have had to believing true and learning and growing, it's just the reality of life, and you need to know and accept that. Yeah. So you may have good friends at work and they are real. You may have good friends at work and they are real, right? But those friendships can and do fall away once you leave that job, right? That's true. You have some that, well, they're those that are real, but they're those that are not even real. They're just platonic friendship just because of being close together. The reality of the friendship comes when some of them get power or they have power which this thing they can use against you. Then the reality of who they are come to bear. How about you see that in the workplace, as well. And I kind of say, let everybody be given power, because then you know who they truly are, that so don't be taken away by people's niceness. They're probably just nice because they're humbled. Question is, who would they be when they're exalted? Then you truly know whether they're friends or enemy. And some have come to light for me, who were either tall in wolves in sheep clothing. Thank God I had the opportunity to know who they truly are. That's just the reality of life. You need to face it. It is what it is, and know how to play the game of life. That's important, right? At the end of the day, your friends are the ones who take you at face value. The value of good friends can be overstated. Your friends are those that will accept you irrespective of where you find yourself. Whether you're reigning in life is beating you down. They're not looking for what they can get from you. They're looking for how to be a blessing to you. They're looking for you because in your presence, they get feel, right? Not because of what you give, but because both of you connect and you have a commonality. Connect and have a commonality. Connect and have a commonality, right? It's not about what they want to get from you, but what they can give, because they feel a sense of feeling when they're in your presence, right? The best relationships enable both parties to do great things, right? Because not a parasitic relationship. That's important, right? So develop your filters and become an expert at identifying who has your back and who doesn't. Again, that goes back to Sun Tzu's quote, right? When you know someone, then you're able to relate right. You know yourself, you know the person, you can relate right. If you only know the person, you don't know yourself, then you're not on top of that relationship. If you know yourself, you don't know the person, you're not on top of that relationship. For you to be on top of your relationship, you need to know yourself and know the person you're trying to relate with. Then you know the do's, the don'ts, where to go, where not to go, right? So you don't have to spill the beans in when you're talking with people, especially when they're not in your inner circle. You have to be careful how you spill the beans, right? Don't help them connect dots, that lead to secret information concerning your life. Be careful the amount of beans you spill, outside of your tight circle. So that's why you need to know your circle, right? Because if you spill the beans outside of the circle, it can be used against you, right? So that's important, So with your close friends, you can, but with people outside your circle, there's a need to be prudent as to what you say, and what you don't say, So that's why you need to know your circle so you can, as it were, carry yourself aright in that wise. That's all we have really to share in the last part of the book. Just to reemphasize Bethany's quote, says, surround yourself with people of integrity good intentions and excellent reputation will inspire you and reflect on you, right? And also Caroline Manso, if you hang around with garbage, you will start to stink, right? So be mindful who you hang around with, because it will reflect on you, to have an aura on you. Question is, what kind of aura do you want in your life? Then that determines who you want to spend time with, and who you do choose to spend time with. All right. Thank you. God bless you. I hope this helps you one way or the other. But that is the end of chapter 8 of Business is Personal by Bethany Frankel. So we'll go on to chapter 9 next week, God helping us. God bless you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.